Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have such a special episode for you. If you've ever wondered how surrogates and intended parents find the perfect match, this is the video for you.
We're back with Sam, an incredible surrogate, to talk about her personal journey, what it was like matching with your intended parents, how you knew they were the right fit, and the emotions that come with that moment.
So let's talk about the matching process. Sam, what was that like for you?
So it was definitely surreal, as everybody knows, like my job is as intake. So a lot of what I do is match meetings. Going into this, I was kind of skeptical, like, oh, is it going to be just as good as the meetings that I do all the time? Are they going to like me? Are we going to get along? And so there was definitely a lot of emotions that were building as we were getting ready to meet. It was done over Zoom, so it was not something that we had to do like in person, but I was definitely very excited.
That's awesome. Were you like nervous to meet them? Was it excitement, nervousness? What were your emotions?
So it was definitely a mix. I was definitely nervous at first because I'm older. So I was nervous that they were going to meet me and then overall be like, you know what, like she's nice, but I still don't really feel comfortable with the age. But then I was like really excited because I knew just like deep down inside, this is something that I'm meant to do. And I just had to be myself like that. I just kept saying to myself, like, just be you, you'll be fine, and everything will work from there on out. So I was good after that.
That sounds like such a sweet experience to feel. What were some of the things that you would say helped you know it was the right match for you?
I would definitely say like the questions that were asked, we definitely matched on those matching points, which is very important. We were talking about, how many embryos did we want to use? And, we had to talk about termination and we had to talk about these things that are very, very important to make sure that we're on the same page as that. I also wanted to make sure that my husband was present for it and that he was able to, I guess, maybe have a say in who we were matching with, but I also just wanted him to be comfortable knowing, like, hey, this is the family that we're going to be helping. And, I just wanted everybody to meet up front so that there was no, like, surprises or just so that it wouldn't be uncomfortable later on. Like, we all knew who was involved, and that was really important to me.
Yeah. No, that's so interesting. So when you finally got to meet or were introduced to your intended parents, how did you feel in that moment?
I was really excited. I had seen the profile, so I kind of knew like who I was going to be meeting, but actually like meeting them in person, which it's on Zoom, so it's not really in person, but getting to meet them and really talk to them and just knowing that like this is real. Like I guess that's what it is. Like it just made it so real for me that this is happening. And once we started talking and realizing that we really did get along so well, I just knew it was a match made in heaven. Like we were ready to go, and I knew I didn't want to meet anybody else. I was ready with those IPs, and I could sense that they were feeling that too. But once I got, going into
You
it,
felt
we
the
just
vibe.
meshed
Like
well. Yeah, like the
there
vibe
was a
was
vibe
there.
there. Yeah.
Hmm.
No, I love that. Another question. Did you guys like match right away? Did the family meet other surrogates? Do you know if they met other surrogates, or was it like just like this match made in heaven and you guys kind of just clicked?
Pretty much in the middle of the meeting, I was like, "Yep, this is it. I'm good. I don't want to meet anybody else." I am not sure if they did meet anybody prior to meeting me, but at the end of the match meeting, they were like, "We love you. We can't wait to move forward together." Everything just seemed really great. We just said, let's go. Like, let's just do this. It was Super Bowl Sunday of 2024. So I was definitely a little nervous about that. I wasn't sure like how they were going to feel if there was like noise in the background, but it was fine. And I think they overall really enjoyed that realness. Like I wasn't faking anything. I was just like, this is me. I come up from a really large family, so we're all here hanging out, but I really wanted to meet you, so I didn't want to like put it off any longer. So, um, yeah, we just knew, I think, and I mean, I can't speak for them, but I would imagine that, their
They had that
expressions
same,
and
yeah,
yeah, it just seemed like they were happy too.
yeah, love that. That emotional piece is so important. Were there any moments during the process where you had like doubts or second thoughts about it?
So during the match process, I don't think there were any doubts. I was more just nervous that they weren't going to like me and want to move forward just because of my age. And I know I keep bringing that up, but it is such a big part of my journey. It's why I was so nervous that I was never going to be able to do it because of my age. And so I was definitely nervous that they were going to be like, yeah, this has been really nice, but we're going to go try and talk to some younger people. So I definitely didn't have any second thoughts. It's really weird how many first meetings actually end in a match because you can just feel that vibe. You can just feel that connection and you know it's right. So,
and to elaborate on that, with your position of intake manager with the company, when you went into the match meeting for yourself, did you see a lot of differences than doing match meetings with your surrogates and their intended parents, or was it very similar? I know that a lot of times, the connections are very strong when some of these surrogates get on with the intended parents, and like the vibe and everything is right there, or the connection is right there. Were there a lot of similarities to what you do as an intake manager in terms of match meetings to how your match meeting was?
no, that's a great question. So, in one aspect, yes, the questions were all the same. So, I went into it knowing what I was going to be asked. So, I was almost like too prepared with my answers. Like, it was like I cheated on a test. I knew the questions, I knew going into this what my answers were going to be. And so, I think that kind of gave me a peace of mind because I knew what was to be expected. A lot of the women that I work with and that are getting ready for their match meetings, they're so nervous because they don't know what's about to happen. They've never done this before. Yeah, yeah. So, for me going into it, it's like I've done thousands of these, and so just knowing that I've done the other side of it, I felt really prepared for it, for sure. But I just didn't know if they were going to ask me any random questions.
Right. Which happens.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Like, the questions were fine. They wanted to know, like, how my kids felt about everything. I was trying to think if my kids had come on to the match meeting, and they did not, which is surprising because my kids come on, like, all of my surrogates match meetings. So it was actually kind of ironic.
They were occupied with your family.
Yeah. They were with the family, and so, like, they didn't join for the match meeting. But it was just really, I don't know, it just felt normal and natural to me.
Sam, thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. This is just another beautiful reminder that surrogacy is more than just a process. It's all about connection, trust, and love.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss an episode.
And if you're interested in learning more about becoming a surrogate, check out the link in the description. Thanks for watching. I'm super excited to share the rest of my journey with you, and we'll see you next time.